Have you ever imagined that one photograph could capture the past, present, and future of football all at once? In 2007, a 20-year-old Lionel Messi took part in a UNICEF and FC Barcelona charity calendar. During one of the photo sessions, he helped bathe a 6-month-old baby named Lamine Yamal alongside the child's mother. At the time, it was simply a heartwarming charity event. Nobody could have imagined that nearly 2 decades later, that baby would become one of football's brightest stars. Today, those photos have become some of the most iconic images in football history, symbolizing what many fans see as the passing of the torch from one Barcelona legend to another. The timing has become even more remarkable after Argentina defeated England to reach the 2026 FIFA World Cup Final, while Spain also booked its place, creating the possibility of Lionel Messi facing Lamine Yamal on football's biggest stage. Before we continue, if you enjoy football stories that go beyond the headlines with analysis, history, and honest opinions, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications because we cover the biggest stories in world football every week. Let's begin with a famous photograph that has taken over social media once again. The story started in 2007 during a UNICEF charity campaign organized with FC Barcelona and Diario Sport. Families entered a raffle, and Lamine Yamal's family was selected to participate. Messi, then just beginning his journey toward becoming one of the greatest players ever, posed with baby Yamal during the charity photo shoot. The photos showed Messi smiling while carefully holding and bathing a little boy in a small plastic tub inside Camp Nou. Photographer Joan Monfort later explained that it was simply another charity assignment, and nobody realized its future significance. Years later, when Lamine Yamal exploded onto the football scene with Barcelona and Spain, those forgotten pictures suddenly became priceless. Fans around the world immediately called it football destiny. Some even joked that Messi somehow transferred his football magic through the bath. Of course, that's just a funny internet meme, but it perfectly captures why people love this story. Football is full of statistics, trophies, and records, but sometimes it gives us stories that feel almost impossible to script. Lamine Yamal has earned his success through extraordinary talent, relentless work, and remarkable maturity for his age. Since making his Barcelona debut as a teenager, he has broken numerous age records, won major trophies with Spain, and established himself as one of the game's biggest young stars. His creativity, vision, dribbling, and calmness under pressure have drawn inevitable comparisons with Messi, although Yamal himself has repeatedly emphasized that he wants to build his own legacy rather than become the next Messi. Now let's talk about what makes this story even more incredible. Argentina defeated England 2-1 in the 2026 FIFA World Cup semifinal, sending Lionel Messi and Argentina into another World Cup final. Spain had already secured its place after defeating France in the other semifinal. That means football fans around the world are now preparing for a dream final between Argentina and Spain, with Messi and Yamal expected to share the same pitch. Think about that for a second. The man who once held Yamal as a baby could now be standing across from him in the biggest match in football. If there were ever a movie written about football, many people would probably say the storyline is too unbelievable. Yet here we are. From my perspective, this is one of those moments that reminds us why sports are so powerful. Statistics matter. Championships matter. But stories create legends. The famous photograph has become much bigger than a simple image. It represents generations. It represents hope. It represents how quickly time passes. When Messi appeared in that charity campaign, he was still a young player trying to establish himself. Today, he is widely regarded as one of the greatest footballers in history. Meanwhile, the baby in those photos has become one of the biggest stars of the next generation. There's another reason this story resonates with millions of fans. Both players represent Barcelona. Although Messi built his legendary career at the club and Yamal is writing his own chapter, both emerge from the same football culture that values creativity, intelligence, and technical excellence. Many Barcelona supporters see Yamal not as a replacement for Messi, which is impossible, but as someone capable of inspiring the next generation in a similar way. That distinction is important. Nobody should expect another Messi. There will never be another player exactly like him. Likewise, Yamal deserved the opportunity to create his own identity rather than constantly living under comparisons. My opinion is that football sometimes hurts young players by placing impossible expectations on them. Every gifted teenager gets labeled the next Messi. Very few survive those expectations. Lamine Yamal appears different. He seems mentally strong. He enjoys the comparisons but doesn't appear consumed by them. Instead, he continues focusing on improving his own game. That maturity may become one of his greatest strengths. For Messi, this World Cup final carries enormous significance as well. Every major international tournament involving him now feels historic because fans know his career is entering its final chapters. Every appearance could become another unforgettable memory. Every goal could become another page in football history. Facing a player whose journey unexpectedly intersected with his own before either knew what the future held makes this final even more emotional. The image of Messi bathing baby Yamal has become symbolic because it reminds us that football constantly renews itself. One generation inspires another. Legends eventually pass the spotlight to rising stars. That cycle is what keeps the sport alive, regardless of who lifts the World Cup trophy. Football has already produced one of its greatest stories. A charity photo session in 2007 has become a worldwide symbol nearly 20 years later. That simply doesn't happen very often. As fans, we're lucky to witness it. Whether you're cheering for Argentina because of Messi or supporting Spain because of Lamine Yamal, this final represents much more than 90 minutes of football. It represents history meeting the future. It represents one legend facing one of the brightest young talents the sport has ever produced. And perhaps years from now, when football fans remember this era, they won't just remember the score. They'll remember that unforgettable photograph, the one where Lionel Messi gently held and bathed a baby named Lamine Yamal. And they'll remember how fate eventually brought them together again on football's biggest stage. What do you think? Will Messi add one more unforgettable chapter to his legendary career? Or will Lamine Yamal announce the beginning of a new football era by helping Spain lift the World Cup? Share your prediction in the comments below. If you enjoyed this analysis, don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. If you enjoy football stories that go beyond the headlines with analysis, history, and honest opinions, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications because we cover the biggest stories in world football every week. What do you think? Will Messi add one more unforgettable chapter to his legendary career? Or will Lamine Yamal announce the beginning of a new football era by helping Spain lift the World Cup? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this analysis, don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching and God bless you. Who do you think will win the World Cup 2026? Spain or Argentina? Let me know in the comment section.